Welcome back to Mr. Brown's Basement, a channel devoted to the craft of repairing, restoring and modifying vintage electronic gear and other random stuff. This video falls into the random other stuff category and goes where I don't normally want to go, and that is into the topic of geopolitics. However, I feel it's very important not to stay silent on this matter, so let's get into it. This video was made specifically for my American friends and strangers, and I hope that you'll bear with me until the end of this video. I'm very disheartened by what I see happening to the United States right now. The United States was a greater country in the past. Yes, it was. But I'll save that discussion until the very end of this video. My friends and strangers, there are things that many of your country folk have forgotten, and it is poisoning the domestic lifeblood of your nation. I'm talking about people. There's only one kind of people. Yes, you can divide people by your people and strangers, or group people by the language they speak, the gods or god they worship, the tone of their skin, the culture they live, the gender that they have, or the political party to which they claim affiliation. These classifications are looking at people as members of a group. But what all members of a group have in common is that they're people. There's only one kind of people. People. Some Americans have forgotten how to treat all Americans as their own people, because they are. That leads me to the second thing that has been forgotten, and that is respect. Respect is something that everybody, all people, are entitled to. Why? Because they're people. Does that mean you have to like all people? Of course not. Nobody does. If someone tells you they like everyone, they're not being honest with you. But whether you like someone or not, they are entitled to what you are entitled to, respect. Put differently, you have to be respectful to all people because you want respect from all people. Now, what does that look like? It means that if you have nothing nice to say, you don't say anything at all. The flip side is, you can make your country a better place by helping somebody today. At the end of the day, you treat people the way you want to be treated yourself, with respect, kindness, generosity, patience, and empathy. These are not bad words. They are the qualities we want from our children. We need to model these qualities to our children and to all people, whether we like them or not, whether we agree with them or not. Why? Because they're people, and they're entitled to it, just as you are. Finally, I'd like to talk about the thing that no one likes but everybody needs. Rules. Whether you call them manners, rules, ordinances, bylaws, laws, international conventions, whatever, they're all rules of different sizes. They make it possible for people to live together without stepping on each other's toes. Rules mean that your stuff is your stuff, your freedom is your freedom, your job is your job, your safety is your safety, and so on. Rules must apply to everyone because that is what is fair. You'd be resentful if you had to follow rules while others didn't have to, and you'd be right. Rules are for everyone, the rich and the poor, the powerful and the powerless, the politicians and the people they serve. The same rules are for all people. Yes, like Shakespeare almost said, heavy is the head that wears the crown. In other words, those who are in positions of power bear extra heavy responsibility to work for all of those not in power, not just the people that voted for them. By following rules, you are showing respect to the other people and not making them feel as you would feel if you were forced to follow rules that others didn't follow. I would like to see a world where the United States is again a dependable friend and neighbor, a responsible and caring member of the international community, and a democratic leader among its peers. A country that understands that it's stronger when it works with friends and allies rather than against them. That was when America was great. And it's only my American friends and strangers that can bring it back to its former glory as its founders had intended. But, my friends and strangers, you will have to make that happen. You can't sit on your butt. There are people among you who would be perfectly content allowing somebody else to take away their democracy, that is, their freedom to choose their leaders, and make other people more equal than others. Thank you, my friends and my strangers, for listening to this video so far. Whether you take my words to heart or not, please at least consider them. Be well.